Hi everyone, once again Spotlight comes your way from the Daily Tribune studios here in Makati City. I am Jojo Sylvester. I'm with my co-host Francine Marquez.
Yeah.
Today we have a very special guest, someone who has to do with something very important to all of us, food, rice. May I present to you Mr. Jofer Malveda, who is the president of Leeds International. Francine here has a lot of knowledge about rice, about food, so maybe you should ask the first question.
Oh, maybe. Hi, first of all, hello, Jo.
Hello.
Hello to our viewers. Hello, Jojo.
Hi.
Hello. Maybe, how did you get into this business? Did you acquire it from your family or did you start it yourself?
Actually, I started with my dad. So we were in the
Who
agriculture
is?
business for a long time.
What's your dad's name?
Fernando Malveda.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
the CEO of Leeds Agri. So
Leeds Agri.
Yeah.
Yours is Leeds International.
I'm also working with Leeds Agri as the EVP. So in fact, on the day I have 2 jobs. So I started young, and I was exposed to the agriculture industry. Since I was 4 or 5 years old. Because my dad would always bring us wherever he was assigned to. So when he was assigned to Visayas, I was hit with him for quite some time.
What was his job then?
He was a salesman,
Okay.
and he was the managing director of American Cyanamid. So it's a chemical company.
What were your first impressions of the farms and the farmers that you visited? Even at such a young age, no?
Mostly, I just felt that whatever we do, they're very appreciative of the help that we are doing. So whenever we present good products to them, they're very thankful that it can help them improve their lives. Yeah.
I guess you, even as a young child, you were already well traveled across the Philippines.
Yeah.
How did you feel about it? Was it like a treat for you? That it's sort of an adventure for a young person?
The only thing I remember was when I was in preschool, grade 1. We transferred from the Visayas, and from what I remember, I was not able to speak fluent Tagalog. Fluent Filipino. So I was quite bullied during that time. Because I can't speak their language, and specifically Toyo and Patis. It was reversed.
Talaga?
And yan, sa Iloilo, pag sabi mong Toyo, Patis yun. Pag sabi mong Patis, Toyo yun. So, when it comes to food, yun, medyo naiiba. But, moving around, siguro, it just prepared me for the work that I'm doing now. So, because we have to travel from time to time.
And meet a lot of farmers.
Yeah, we have to meet a lot of people. So, you meet our suppliers, mostly international people, from Israel, Korea, Myanmar, Vietnam, and then you also meet with farmers. So it really prepares. It's very diversified. So,
Jofer, what did you take up in college?
Master of Science in Management, and I also have a liberal arts degree.
So it's not agriculture.
No.
But you lived in Los Baños, no?
I studied in UP Rural High School. It's agricultural school in Los Baños.
Oh, wow.
So you were really exposed to the rural life, countryside, that sort of thing.
Yeah, we had to plow a piece of land.
Oh,
for
Really?
school.
Actually.
Yeah.
Wala kang substitute, ah?
Wala, bawal.
But how did you feel about that? Like at such a young age, and
at
that's
first it
not
was weird.
that's not a normal experience.
At first, it was weird. We had to plant pechay, rice, and we had to take care of chickens.
Oo, maganda.
Meron pang baboy.
Nagkakapon pa kayo, no?
Yeah,
You did those
nag-deliver
things.
din kami ng baboy.
Wow.
It's unique. The experience was unique.
Yeah.
You made ham also, I guess.
Hindi na
Hindi
kami
na.
umabot doon. Hanggang adobo na.
Yeah.
Really? But that's good, ah.
After yun, katayin, lulutuin din siya.
So in between your computer games,
Before.
Pokemon? No,
Wala,
not yet.
hindi na ako
Naabutan
umabot
mo.
dun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite interesting.
Yeah.
That's a very vivid childhood and
Apo.
teenage life, no?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
would he tell us about his company?
And then how did you transition from maybe graduating
yeah,
and then
yeah.
joining the company of your dad?
Before, I was
Yeah,
being
first.
recruited by a lot of finance companies. So
Oh.
mostly the financial modeling.
Mm-mm.
But most of the offers I got was for I have to stay in other countries because you're always looking for people who will be doing business analysis, and then I'm pretty good with numbers, so that's the offers I got. But the thing is, most of them they have a contract that I have to be in that country. For example, the biggest offer I got was I have to work in Spain for 5 years.
What companies were this?
It's I think I had to sign some disclosure agreement.
Ah, okay,
Okay.
okay.
And so
Not casino, huh?
I no.
Okay.
Mostly
Finance
you have,
Just
companies.
kidding.
you have to go to another business. They deploy it in businesses, and then you look at their financials and see how can they improve their
Oh my
businesses.
God, yeah. But then you worked abroad.
I know. Decided to stay with my parents, so to stay in the family
Oh.
business.
Why? What moved you to do that?
Because when I was 21, my dad was already 60.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh.
it was already 10 years ago. So 12 years ago.
So it's somebody. It was like sort of passing the torch to the next generation.
Or possibly missing a lot of time with my parents when that young already.
Oh, such a good son.
Hindi naman, maraming problema.
But still, the fact that you want to spend more time with
I
your
guess
parents says a
some-
lot about how you're brought up, probably the values that you have in your family.
Someone advised me that you can work abroad and earn a lot, but then the time you don't spend with your parents and your family, you can buy it back. So even if the pay working with my dad was probably around 10 times less
Oh.
compared to my going rate before, it is okay.
So, how old were you when you went back to work with your dad?
I started 20.
At
Very
20?
young.
You already worked with your dad at age 20?
Even when I was in college, he was already sending some financials with me. So I already assist him with those things. But mostly also PR, when I have to go to distributors, talk to our people. Yeah.
May away ba?
Lagi.
Yeah, what's it like working with your father? I suppose he has his set ideas already,
lot
and
of
here you
times.
are, a young man. You have your own ideas also how
A
to
lot of
go about
times,
things.
people forget that whenever you work for somebody else, the same
Yeah.
thing will happen. So it's better that I was already used to my dad scolding and getting mad at me. So sometimes people would prefer that somebody else do it for them, but it's still different when you work for your own business because eventually you'll have your own time. So just like with me and my dad, before we kept on fighting, but the thing is, I love my own time. So right now, I still differ whenever he tells me, decision ko na yan. So just let him be.
Yeah. How do you reconcile, like after an argument, business related,
Well, matagal.
and then you go home? Are you still staying with your dad?
Yeah,
And then you see him on a dinner table. How does it go?
what happens at home, you bring it to work. What happens at work, you bring it at home.
Really?
So, the thing is, the business is ours.
Mm.
So, in the long run, that's true with almost any family, have arguments. But at the end of the day, if there's something that needs to be done in the business, we do it. So, but yun, pag inaway ka galit sa bahay, galit din siya sa office. Yun. Pag galit siya sa office, galit din siya sa bahay.
But then you do know your father already.
At least I got to know him more.
You got to know him more.
Because when I was young, we didn't have time with each other.
But what about your own family? Do you have time for them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ano,
You said
my
you got
wife is-
married at 24.
24.
Such a young age pa rin, ah.
my wife with me sa Leeds International.
Oh, that's good.
So what
Okay.
happened was before we were not that close, but when we went in our business, so we're a lot closer. She's a MD MBA graduate from Ateneo.
She's an MD, MBA.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I was able to convince her because when you're a doctor, you spend a lot of time in the hospital. You don't have time for your family. So little by little, I tried to convince her, just work with us because you'll get to be paid more. But
Yeah.
the thing is, when you're a doctor, that's your passion. So from time to time, she still goes for medical work,
Mm-mm.
and she's also our practicing doctor. We're using her license.
Wow, I think you have the perfect partnership. There's a doctor in the house and a financial wizard in the house as well.
Minsan, minsan
Minsan.
hindi rin.
Hindi rin. I mean,
Yeah.
okay, everything's covered already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
so
said you're using her license.
Yeah.
What do you need it for?
Because when you have more than 100 employees, you need to have a
Mm.
resident doctor.
Ganun
so she's the
Most
one in
of them,
charge
they
naman
consult
naman.
with
Okay, yeah.
tama
Yeah.
naman. I just really there.
Yes.
And we also have a formulation
Qualified.
plant.
Mm-mm.
So,
A what?
formulation plant for chemicals.
Oh.
It's for agricultural inputs.
Okay.
So, with that, all the consultations and the protocol that you have to follow, she's the one doing it.
Mm-mm.
Just to be sure that our employees would follow certain standards, that they don't get sick afterwards.
You worked for your dad, your family, and now your wife is with you. What are some of your insights or advice that you can give to those who are into the family business or people who just joined their family business? What are some of your
Ah.
tips, advice?
Just look at it on a long-term basis.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, the business is yours. So, but one downside you have with that is that if you commit a mistake, the family suffers financially. But if you work for somebody else, at least it's their money. But the thing is, spending more time with your family can both be good and bad. As long as you have certain ground rules, I think it's workable. Wherein you learn from your dad, you learn from your family. But I'm not saying it's easy, but wherever you go, it's hard. So,
As in any business
just
naman,
as in
ano?
any business. But just like with this, I know that after a few years, the business will be mine. The business will be passed on to me. So,
And to your
why not
kids.
learn it
maybe.
now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Jofer, you have a sister.
Yeah.
Is she also with the company?
She's with Leeds Environmental Health.
Oh,
So,
that's also interesting.
Just like
What is
with
it?
family business, the succession should be clear cut.
Ayun nga eh, yeah.
So,
So, how
may-
does it go?
For Leeds Environmental Health, she's the one managing it. Hindi ako nakikialam doon. Sa Leeds Agri, gano'n naman. I do it, and hindi rin siya nakikialam. So, we ask each other for help. Pero, hindi kami makikialam sa negosyo ng isa't isa kung hindi kami hingi ng tulong.
Let's zero in a little bit more about the business. So,
Yeah,
there's Leeds Agri, Leeds International, and Leeds Environmental Health. What are the differences of the
In fact,
three?
there's more. We also have Leeds Tech Corporation and Leeds
Leeds.
Agri Ventures.
Okay.
So what we do, the companies that are under me, it's mostly the whole supply chain for agriculture. So Leeds Agri provides agricultural inputs, fertilizer, pesticide, chemicals. Leeds Agri Ventures, it's now applying for its secondary license for lending because we do zero interest loans for farmers. So that's for contract
That's
growing.
good.
Leeds Tech is a machinery company. So we provide tractors, harvesters, dryers, which is very needed in the Philippines right now. And Leeds International is the one who sells hiraya. So we
Yeah,
sell
the
the brown rice.
brown rice, yeah.
We also have germinated rice, the one containing GABA, which is good for the brain, it's good for children, and it's all organic. So
Aside from the trace minerals found,
Yes.
di ba, in brown rice and the fiber also.
She's very knowledgeable.
Well,
these
I
things.
live in Laguna also, so I have an idea of how the farming life is like. Let's talk about naman your Leeds International, and you're focusing on brown rice as the main product, right? Tell us more about it. Like you said, it's basically contract.
It's contract
You
growing.
rely on contract growing, yeah.
at first people thought we were crazy that you go
Yes.
into direct selling
Yeah,
with brown rice, and they would tell you, it's very cheap in the market.
yeah.
But the
Because
thing is, when you add value to it, just like the stabilized technology from DOST, and then
Ano yun? Ano yun?
it's like put in an oven.
Okay.
It extends the shelf life by around 6 to 9 months, and even the taste, it's different.
Which isn't done with the thing, so
the
no one
usual
sold.
brown rice or
in the
white
market.
rice.
The usual brown rice is that they combine different varieties of rice, and then they use it as brown rice. Usually, ito yung mga low quality.
Oo.
So, and when you look at the processing in some parts of the Philippines, minsan yung mga naghahalo niyan, pawis-pawis pa.
Oo.
pag nakita mo, yung pinapala lang nila,
Yeah.
what we boast about is yung traceability. So we have our facility in Kalawan, and you can see that
In Tanawan.
Kalawan,
Kalawan,
Laguna.
Kalawan,
Laguna.
yeah.
Kasi they're based in Laguna.
So wherein you can see the whole process. Even the chemicals or inputs that we use, it's mostly green label. Wherein you're sure that whenever you eat the brown rice, it's already without pesticides.
Ayan.
That's good. Yeah.
You said something about GABA.
Yeah.
What is GABA?
It's an amino acid that helps in brain development. It
Yeah.
eases your
Alam na
stress.
alam mo.
Yeah, because maybe for some people going through some mental stress, instead of medicating,
Yeah.
the natural therapy would be to take GABA. It's a
GABA.
neurotransmitter
Yeah, it's a neurotransmitter.
for mood balancer. It's a
Yeah.
mood balancer.
It's how is that done? It's mixed.
No.
It's-
What happens is the rice, we have this special process.
Okay.
It's germinated wherein it's sprouted. Para pong munggo.
Oo.
Na you sprout it. Na pag tinanim mo siya, magsasprout ng konti. But with this one, it's stunted. So once germplasm, it's open. So
Okay.
once yung parang puno niya lalabas ng konti, it stopped. And then it's processed in the facility. So
And
it,
ayun.
So besides being filling, it's also happy rice.
yeah.
I
It
should
will make
have
you
more of.
happy, right?
Yeah.
Diba?
I
should have
In a
more of
sense,
that.
Yeah. It's good food because
It's unique
Yeah.
technology.
because lately a lot of parang rice has been getting some bad press. That's not good for you. But actually,
Actually, it's the
there
white
is
rice.
good rice,
Yeah.
diba?
Ah.
Like brown rice has a lot of fiber, trace minerals.
This one, the special variety we have, it's called germinated rice.
Mm.
The whole process, I think it takes around a week from harvesting.
So this rice doesn't make you go to sleep. It makes you feel good and
It makes your sleep better.
Man, makes your sleep
okay.
better.
I thought I'd be awake.
No, because I think naman if your stomach, it doesn't have to do with the rice. It's more of if you eat too much, Jojo. That's when you get sleepy.
But the
Just
variety with rice,
portion control.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
but mostly it's really it's the white rice that's not good for us because all the
Oh,
nutrients is already gone.
Yeah. I think brown rice also has to do with it has lower glycemic index, diba?
Even
Ay,
the
that's
germinated
good
rice.
for diabetics like
yes, that's
me.
what he's saying.
The only misnomer we have for our germinated rice is that it's called rice, but when you look, people are very fond of quinoa,
Yes.
Yeah.
and the
other
taste is not
substitutes.
good. But the thing is, the one we have is germinated rice. It's as nutritious or more nutritious than quinoa. But then you don't really notice it because it's like eating your daily meal of daily cup of rice.
So how do we buy your rice? We're in Manila.
Through direct selling.
Paano yun?
We
How
have
does it work?
members doing selling. They also do it online. So you can order online and have it delivered to you.
Mag-member na tayo.
Yes, of course.
How does one
Hiraya
become a
rice, oh.
member?
Bibili lang po ng products. So, subukan muna. Pag okay naman, then we can arrange for deliveries.
Magkano ang initial, anong tawag doon?
Ano yan initial po, pwedeng itry nyo lang muna.
Oo.
And then, once you accumulate purchases worth 16,000, then you get a 25% discount.
Talaga?
Pero how attractive are your price points compared to maybe your competition? Daming rice kasi in the market
Wag lang
also.
natin siya i-compare sa white rice. Yun kasi sobrang hindi talaga But when you compare to quinoa and the substitutes, it's cheaper.
Economist ka ba? Why do you know these things?
Because I'm a rice eater. I'm a brown rice eater.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's really interesting the way rice has become more enriched siguro. It's already healthy by itself, but the fact that new technology has made it even more richer for people who are into fitness, into health.
We're trying to we have convinced our Vietnamese partners to transfer the technology in the Philippines. So because before we all know that the Vietnamese, the people from Thailand, they mostly got their technology from us.
From us, yeah.
Yes.
So, but the sad reality is, right now they're more advanced. But the truth is, they're more advanced, but we can still learn from them. And they're very
That's
willing to
true.
share the technology.
Yeah.
The germinated rice we have, one variety has black garlic together with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's mixed with black garlic. Another variety is mixed with turmeric.
Oh, that's
Oh
good.
my goodness, who knew?
Oh.
So these are the main products that we have for Kids International.
So how do you serve it? Like, for example, maybe from a consumer's point of view.
Yeah.
What do you do with rice with black garlic and rice with turmeric?
Yeah, just eat it as a
You
normal
just put
rice.
the usual water
Yeah.
and then rice cooker.
The main difference is you don't have to wash it. You must not wash it. Because it's prepared in an antibacterial environment. So after opening, so it's dry seal. So you just have to put water and then cook it.
Wala ka bang to
Nice.
increase the libido?
Hahanap
Oh my
tayo yan. Yan, maghahanap po
Maybe
tayo.
if you have a
yan.
happy stomach, eventually
You
everything
don't
will
need
follow.
But from what I know,
You'll have the energy, George.
From the developments we have from what I know, they're trying to
Yeah.
infuse Korean ginseng.
Oh,
that's,
there you
pero
go.
that's
There's an
helpful
answer for
naman eh.
everything.
Oo. Maganda naman yun
So
talaga.
rice is the answer talaga,
Oo.
di ba?
Oo, ano?
Right.
Hindi ba dati we look at rice as
Yeah.
it makes you sluggish and all
Yeah,
that?
it makes you fat, makes you
Oo.
gain weight.
It's mostly the white rice.
Ayun ang
Kasi ano na siya eh, parang 4 na beses na siyang pinrocess. Wala nang nutrients.
Plus siguro some chemicals, pesticides that went into it.
But the brown rice and germinated, ano pa rin siya, whole grains pa rin yung tawag doon. So, ano pa rin, marami pa siyang yung mga nakakatulong sa katawan natin.
So as a consumer, when I go to the supermarket, I should look at the germinated. Does it say in the label? That we should
Right now we're
watch out
making it available online
online
para
pa
mas
lang.
mabilis.
So wala sa supermarket
Wala pa po
Muna.
ngayon. But
Ayun.
now we're in talks to place some products in the supermarket.
How are the deliveries? How does it get delivered?
1 to 2 days.
By one of
ano,
those
mga third-party providers.
Okay.
This is only in Luzon, central, this
Right
part.
now, we operate in Luzon, Cebu, Iloilo,
Aba.
Bacolod, Cagayan de Oro.
Malawak.
So, almost nationwide na rin po. But for deliveries, Greater Manila area muna.
Is there a limit? Like, it should be 500 grams, 1 kilo, 2 kilos?
Hindi naman, 1 kilo.
1 kilo is enough, that's good to know.
Ano na yun siya, ang maganda lang dun sa germinated rice, you don't have to replace the rice that you're eating. So, mukha kang hindi nagda-diet, pero after a few days, just like sa akin, I'm hypertensive with all the things I'm thinking about. Pero, I stopped my medication ng 3 months.
Good for you.
Yeah, yung telmisartan I'm taking,
Yeah.
because of the rice.
How was your diet with regards to
Wala.
rice? Parang
Still the same.
parang testimonial na rin ng rice.
It's the same, but I
Like
feel that
1 cup per meal or for
Hindi.
guys?
Actually, minsan nagte-3 pa ako, minsan 2.
Okay.
Pero yung germinated
Baso.
rice.
Germinated rice.
But when you eat yung white rice, kasi what people fail to see sometimes is that whenever we eat, more than 50% of our total food intake is rice.
Oo,
become
hindi naman
sugar,
ulam.
di ba? Yeah.
Lalo na yung mga bata, they have a plate full of rice. And then, kahit ganun kuulam lang,
Oo nga eh. But here, since it's really healthy.
It's good for you.
Yeah.
Pero syempre, we won't advise na isang kaldero yung kainin mo.
Syempre, portion control.
Yeah,
Yeah.
portion
But the thing is, yun nga, the benefits also of germinated rice. No?
Now, my question is this good for paella, for example?
Oo.
Can you-
The
How does it
germinated one
translate
is
to
yes.
cook?
Yung kasi mas mabilis mag-absorb yung germinated. Syempre, we must not use yung dagtum or yung with black garlic or yung with turmeric kasi it will mess with the taste.
Yeah,
But the plain one, yeah.
But I guess if you're experimental, you can do a lot of things with the product, no?
Yeah, that's true.
So, pwedeng arroz caldo, ha?
Pwede siguro. Not just the usual boiled rice, I mean. That's what I want
turmeric.
to know.
From what I know, ang ginagawa nung some hospitals when people are bedridden, they prepare yung germinated rice na lugaw. So, because it's more nutritious. Para kung hindi sila nakakakain, ngayon yung mas
That's true.
It's all there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for the foodies,
Yan, maganda.
gastronomic people who want to do something more with rice, I
Yeah, they can
suppose
try
you can
it. Yeah.
bake it roast, I don't know, bake it, or probably do something else like
Next time, magdala
paella.
akong
Yeah.
sample pala.
Sige nga.
Yung one,
Sige nga, no? Ibig sabihin, okay, we'll
ano
expect.
rin siya, ano rin siya, maganda rin yung germinated rice namin. It has protein dun sa rice mismo.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, marami kasi yung mga nagda-diet na hindi nag-meat.
Yes.
And
Oo.
for example, when you're vegetarian, hindi ka
Yes.
pwedeng kumain. Siyempre, wala kang meat, wala kang
Yeah.
fish. So, pwede mo siya na yun lang.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm getting curiouser and curiouser about the germinated
Ano, Elvin,
rice.
sample siguro, kahit bukas pa dalawa.
Yeah. Eh, hindi naman. Not too fast. We'll order.
Pwede rin
Because
naman.
it will pay
Tikman
premium.
niyo muna.
Pwede. Ano ka
Hindi.
ba?
We will
Tikman
be
niyo muna
consumers
kasi
first.
sure ako after
Para
naman kayo.
we can tell you kung ano, what
Huwag
is
kang
it.
maniwala sa kanya. You can send it tomorrow.
No! Let's test it. Secret users muna tayo. Then we'll give you feedback.
Apo.
Yeah. So, ang laki ng ang daming possibilities. So, on the food front, the culinary front, what
Yeah.
about for the farmers? It has a lot of, it's
For
going to help them
na
also.
natulong namin kasi di ba yung
Yeah.
previous season ng rice, during the harvest season, it was being promoted sa news na oy 6 pesos, 7 pesos per kilo na lang yung bilihan ng ng palay. At that price, lugi yung farmer. The people that were enrolled in our program, we are still buying at 14, 15. So, hindi namin sila kailangan baratin. Because what we do, we add value. So, whenever we talk to our customers sa Leeds International, they'll say, alam na nila na mahal yung rice natin. Pag tinanong kasi, as opposed to baratin mo si farmer, sabi ko nga sa kanila, bibili rin naman kayo ng mahal,
Yeah.
tumulong na lang tayo. Because the difference is buying it at 7 pesos per kilo yung palay, saka 15. It's the difference between a farmer getting to send his children to school and not. So, yun. Kami naman, the main reason why we have Leeds International is para maraming kumain ng brown rice natin. Because, yan.
But I guess the farmers also become stakeholders in
Yeah.
the enterprise,
Yeah.
di ba?
Ano yun, ang ginagawa namin, pag may matira na income, binibigyan din namin sila. But normally, the buying price we have, it's higher than the market rate.
Francine, Jofer, if I may shift gears. How old are you?
I'm 32.
32 ka na pala. Akala ko 26.
Sana.
Because maybe it has something to do with the rice that you eat.
Apo.
But I was going to ask sana kung you look so young, ha? Wala ka bang credibility issues with all these farmers you're dealing with? And
Sa
parang
totoo,
bagets, ha?
nung una, ayaw rin nila maniwala. Nung sabi namin, when we started yung contract growing,
Yeah.
hindi naman yan totoo. Marami nang kumausap sa amin na tutulungan daw kami.
I see yun.
And the sad
Yung
reality is, ano siya eh, marami na talagang kumausap sa kanila. Dati,
Ay, ikaw
normally,
naman.
walang nangyayari. But after nung initial release namin ng financing, ang dami nilang pumila dun sa
Totoo
facility
pala.
namin na, ay, totoo pala. But the thing was, sabi ko, tapos na yung enrollment period na yun. Next season naman.
Sino ang doktor mo?
Yung misis ko.
Di
Matangos ang ilong mo. Hindi, totoo ba yan? O
Opo, totoo
hindi yan
naman
thank you,
yan.
Is
doctor?
that part
Ay,
of
hindi
the
po.
question?
Panggulo lang.
There you go. A spotlight question.
Pang showbiz.
Pang showbiz tayo.
Ba't di ka nag-artista?
Oo nga.
Manghihina lang po ang pera sa tatay ko noon. Hindi kaya.
No, his heart is in agriculture talaga eh. Since 4 years old.
Tama, tama.
But other than that, what other plans do you have for Leeds International in terms of
Yeah.
uplifting the farmers?
Because the goal for us is be able to contract grow finance around 100,000 hectares.
Wow!
So, yun yung goal namin talaga. Right now, we're at around 2,000.
100,000
Apo.
hectares?
All over
What's
the
your
Philippines.
timeline for your projection?
Initially, it's 5 years. We are now in year number 2. Ano lang, siguro because of some delays with the facility. Yun lang yung naging issue. But to be able to do it, we even have technology from India. So, wherein all our farmers are registered with us. So, if you want to find out who are we lending to, who's enrolled with us, you can just check it with the system.
May kalaban ka pa dyan?
Apo.
Are there enough lands? Hindi ba nagiging subdivisions na lahat?
Imposible naman po maging subdivision
Lahat,
per million. Pag lahat yun, wala na tayong kakainin.
Okay.
And I guess may isa pang kalaban.
Ano?
Yung mga natural disasters.
Ano naman po what we do, we enroll them
Environmental.
with PCIC. So,
Oo.
Which is,
crop insurance.
Insurance,
Ito yung
oo.
isang mga
kasi
support.
it's a new insurance product, I think. Agricultural
It has been
insurance.
there for a
Matagal
long
na ba
time.
siya?
Pero hindi lang siya po properly utilized.
Or maybe the farmers are not too into it
Yun
or
pong
too
process,
aware.
hindi po nila masyadong naiintindihan.
So you're offering.
Ang
Tell us more
ginagawa po
about it. I'm
namin,
interested.
ano siya, minsan 1,000, minsan 2,000 pesos. Pero yung total na tinanim niya, for example, is 30,000 capital, they'll be paid mga 70% kapag binagyo.
Oh.
Yun nga lang, ang gagawin natin, may timing.
Okay.
So, yung timing sa tawag dito, yung timing ng submission, because pag lumampas ka doon, hindi nila i-honor. So, akala ni farmer, hindi totoo yung program. At
Pero
akala-
maganda kasi may risk management,
Apo.
di ba? On the part of agriculture.
Pero ito, ayaw nilang bayaran. Even the
Well,
farmers.
education pa rin.
Kaya po. Kaya ang ginagawa namin, if you want to enroll with our program, kasama to. Kami na yung
That's
mag-enroll.
good.
Let's have something inspiring to end our show today. No?
We're ending already.
Oo, ang sarap pa naman. Ang
Ang
dami
sarap
pa.
ng kwentuhan.
Oo.
Literally, ang sarap kasi rice na masarap
Yeah,
yung kwento tungkol sa rice na masarap. No?
So, would you like to say something to our farmers?
Or maybe to young
Young people.
generation
Oo.
who want to,
Oo.
parang there's something more beyond the business. Parang the,
if they want to do something that's, one is profitable, number two, we also get to help Filipino farmers. Parang, huwag tayo sa sa call center. Minsan, balik tayo sa probinsya natin because marami naman pagkakakitaan. It's just all about, siguro, trying to be properly informed with all the opportunities that are possible. Wag lang siguro okay lang din naman minsan basa tayo ng pawis, nandun tayo na naaarawan. Ganun talaga. Kasi yung nakakulong lang sa opisina.
On that note, we say thank you to you,
yes,
Jofer.
thank you. Thank
salamat.
you.
Opo.
Yeah.
Thank you, Francine.
Thank you, Jojo. Thank you,
Thanks to
Jofer.
me.
Thank you. Thank you for your
Thanks,
question.
Ren, our best
Thank
looking
you.
director.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We learned a lot today, Jofer.
Yeah.
That's a good vision. You're doing a lot for we have a lot of hope for our Filipino farmers and for food security in the Philippines. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, a lot of us are still working from home, but worry not, you're still going to have an active lifestyle because this is the second week of our workout sessions here at Tribunal Spotlight. We're here with Coach Kids and Coach Pao. Last time we did it with Coach JR, but now they're gonna teach us our exercises for you guys to try at home.
So, hi guys. So we're here again at Open Handworks. So today we're gonna emphasize more on core exercises, which will target your arms, core, and back. So our first exercise. So here, guys, our first set of exercise is called hip bridges. So Coach Paolo will demonstrate how it is done. So it's done, and by positioning yourself on this position. So we're going to push our butt upwards. The main emphasis of this is your gluteus maximus or your butt muscles. You can do this 12 to 15 reps, 3 sets with 1 to 2 minutes interval. But for this demo, we're gonna do it just 1 set so that we can proceed to the next exercise. So, thank you, Coach Pao. Our next exercise will be elbow flat. So, using the mat, we're going to do it this way. So, position yourself like this. So, your elbow should be aligned with your shoulders. And you must tighten your core so that it's engaged. Make sure that it's parallel to the ground. You can do it with a wide base or with planking together. So you can do it 30 seconds, or you can do it depending on your limit. There. And then our next exercise is straight arm plank with in and outs. So it's done like this. Position yourself like a plank in a planking position, but with your arms in a push-up way. So just do it. Do your legs like in and out. So you can do this 15 reps, 3 sets with 1 to 2 minutes interval. And the next exercise will be straight arm with lunges. So doing the same position, step with 1 foot on this position and then the other. So you can do it 15 reps per side with 1 to 2 minutes interval. There you go. So the next exercise is straight arm with kickbacks. So the focus of this exercise is your core muscles, arm stability, and your gluteus maximus or your butt muscles. So you can do this 10 to 15 repetitions with 3 sets and at least 1 to 2 minutes rest interval. So our last exercise will be jump squats. So the focus of this is your leg muscles. So you can start with this position. Your feet should be in line with your shoulder. And then do a squat. And as you move up, you jump. And go back to the squat position. You can do this up to 15 reps, 3 sets, with 1 to 2 minutes interval. There you go, guys. Game over. Hope you get what we did.
So whether it's with a chair or on the floor, it's very easy to do. But if you still don't know what to do or who to ask, you can ask these guys from Outdoor Fitness Philippines for help.
Thank you, Dave, for featuring Outdoor Fitness Philippines. And if you have any questions or specific inquiries regarding fitness, nutrition, or anything with regards to health and wellness, you can visit our page and also like our social media platforms. It's Outdoor Fitness Philippines for Facebook and Outfit Philippines for Instagram.
Thank you also for Open Hand School for accommodating us.
Catch our shows on Tribune Now's YouTube and catch us on Facebook at Tribune Life and on Instagram at Tribune Life. Thank you.